your offer is not selling, and the first thing that you think of how to fix the situation is by lowering your price. Tell me if this is you. Tell me if this is you, because so many entrepreneurs, they would jump on the lowering price boat so quickly instead of diagnosing the messaging, instead of doing all important stuff to fix the situation without lowering the price. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you step by step what you can do right now instead of lowering your prices. Instead of lowering your prices, what you could do right now in your business to fix the situation with your if your offer is not selling. And the first thing that you can think about is to lowering your price. So today we're going to talk about that. All right. As you are joining me live, let me know where you're watching me from. So say hello. Today I am streaming from actually from my kitchen, right? And again, like if you are on the podcast, so you probably don't, like you can go to my YouTube and watch this thing, watch the video, because this is kind of my living room. You see a little fireplace on the background. So all right. Uh, Let me tell you something. It is almost never about the price. It is almost never about the price. So, if you are in a situation, okay, like I've been selling my offer for a while, nobody is buying. Everybody gives me either everybody gives me price objection. People just say that it is too expensive, or maybe nobody is booking a call with me, or maybe they're like maybe somebody nobody is noticing my content. So those are like three main how do I put it, this three main um symptoms that a lot of entrepreneurs are experiencing. People say it's too expensive. Nobody is uh raising their hand and say I'm interested, or just content overall is not quite visible. Those are the three things. So the first thing that you can do, instead of lowering your prices, the first thing that you could do right now is to actually do analysis of your ideal qualified candidate. Who do you market? Who do you market? Can that niche really afford your services? And like, it's really important to do like this financial analysis, because if it is a product mismatch, if it is an offer mismatch, so you're marketing to a population that is not able to afford your services. So you're marketing to the wrong people, and then you see that nobody is coming, nobody is buying, because it is a market mismatch. People might want your offer, people might benefit from your offer, but they truly don't have the money for your offer. It's a market mismatch. So on Instagram, somebody asked me, should I ever lower my prices? But here's the thing. If it is a market mismatch, if you know that it is a market mismatch, um, you have two choices. You can either lower your price for the market that you're targeting, or you can pivot your marketing strategy to a better market that can afford your service. Like, and again, like extreme example, let's say you are selling $20,000 transformational coaching for baristas, people who are full-time baristas. That population, if they're just baristas, they probably will not be able to afford your services. Like, if you solely market to them, like, will you have clients who are baristas and figure it out and find the money for your program? Yeah, of course. Like when you market to a specific niche, to a specific market sector, other people can hear you too, and they may like it. And if they want your offer, they will figure it out. But if your main focus on the wrong market, it's gonna be hard. It is going to be hard to sell high ticket offer to that market. And if you were to ask me, I would always so much rather to pivot my marketing to um, the market sector that can afford it, because like if you're really precise with your marketing, if you're really precise with your messaging, other markets, other people can hear you well too, even though you're not marketing to them, because you are very crystal clear on what you're saying and who are you working with and how people can benefit from you. Even if they're not in that financial category, not in that market, in that level of sophistication, they will figure it out to get that, to get there. But in order for you to get them there, you have to market to the right market. This is really important. So wrong market. So if your offer is not selling, or like you have a lot of price objections, it might be the wrong market. It might be also the sales strategies, your message mismatch in your messaging. Because this is the thing, a lot of entrepreneurs that I work with, that I talk with, people say I struggle with sales. But here's the truth about sales. Your sales starts with from the moment people start consuming your content, from the moment people land on your social media page. This is where your sales process starts. So if you're not doing a well enough job to elevate the awareness of your audience. People just not aware what you do. People not aware what problem you're solving. People not maybe aware that they have that problem. And when they got on the phone with you or on the call with you, they're like it's a very unaware prospect. And to work and when you start explaining and convincing and doing a lot of educational stuff on the sales call, meaning they may not consume your content, they just don't know the problem, or your content, your social media presence is not doing good enough job to educate your prospect. Because I implement in my practice, and this is something that I teach other people, the challenger sale model. This is not my model. This was invented like way before, and many corporations use that. And one of the component of challenger sale model is educate for differentiation. Because when you educate your audience for differentiation, you're raising their awareness. When you educate your customers, when you educate your audience for differentiation, not coaching, it's a really this is the difference. You don't coach, you teach for differentiation. You're raising their level of awareness. This is this is super important to understand. So then, this is what helps to move prospect through the resistance, through the levels of awareness. So if you get with somebody on the phone and they have no idea what you're selling, they have no idea what your philosophy is, you gotta hit it's a lot of resistance. It's a lot of resistance. So um it might be messaging mismatch, or you're not increasing the level of awareness in your audience. That can be the problem too. So another problem that a lot of entrepreneurs another thing that you can do, instead of lowering your prices, right, you can market to more sophisticated audience that can actually afford your services. You can diagnose your messaging. And by the way, I'm running a masterclass on June 24th to June 28th, six figure messaging. And I'm telling you right now, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. A lot of you have really good offers. A lot of you have really good offers, but a lot of you suffer from inconsistent, incongruent messaging for your services. And like this is like epidemic in the entrepreneurial world. A lot of entrepreneurs have really good offer. There's nothing wrong with your offer, but your messaging is off, or you are talking to the wrong people, or like your messaging is a little muddy. So register for my masterclass. So you can find the registration link in the show notes. If you're listening to it as a podcast or watching it on the YouTube, you can find in the description. If you are on LinkedIn, go to the comment section and grab the link. If you are on Instagram, message, like leave the comment messaging, and I will send you the link. This is how you register for six-figure messaging, how to sell your high ticket offer on LinkedIn with ease. How to sell your high ticket offer with ease. All right, messaging. Another thing that you can do is really market research, really thorough market research. You should know your customer. You should know your customer. You should know their and you should go beyond just surface level, beyond gender, age, race, and profession. What are they experiencing right now? And this is where market research comes in. How can you do market research? And this is the question that I ask, like, well, how do I don't know? How do I know what they think? You should predict what your audience thinks. You might be asking, how do I predict? How do I know what they think? So how do you know? You do market research in this manner. You go on social media and you follow accounts that are in your niche. You follow accounts that are in your niche. It can be other coaches, other service providers, people who do the same thing that you do. And you pay laser focused attention in the comment sections. What questions people are asking. What questions people are asking in the comments. Askpublic.com is another website that you can use to do the research. If you are on YouTube, and if you're not on YouTube, you should be on YouTube. There's a research tab, and you can tab what people are Googling, what people are searching, and what results they're getting, and what results they're getting. So, askpublic.com, you screen the comment section of your competitors, if you will, other people in your industry that you do similar work, what people are asking, what people are saying. And I'm not saying copy them, but just see how people interact with them. Also, ask offer people to have a coffee chat with you, just an interview, with not a sales call, not a coffee chat, but I'm going to sell. No, a coffee chat, and again, I'm going to get to know you better. Just ask them what what they're struggling with. If you are in a mentorship program or coaching program, and you have other people around you, maybe some of those people are in your target audience. Ask them. So I just recently joined a membership program. Like, I have a coach, I have a mentor, and this is super important to me. And since she works with a lot of entrepreneurs, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs too. So guess what I did? I asked my community, like, okay, what resonates with you more? What questions do you have? And also, I pay attention what they're asking in the group, because this is literally additional market research. I don't have to go and search for those people. They're right there with me. And your people often are right there with you. You just need to look around. You just need to pay attention to the comments, or to the comment section. You just need to open your eyes and start doing market research. You have to be your own detective. You have to be your own detective. So, another thing that you can do instead of lowering your price, like market research, absolutely. Messaging, your messaging should be congruent. Consistency with your marketing. Consistency with your marketing. And is your marketing like, if you're using organic content marketing? And by the way, a lot of people think, okay, my offer is not selling, I need to spend more money on Facebook ads. Don't do that. Like, just don't do that. I'm not saying that Facebook ads is a bad idea. But if something is not selling right now, it's probably your messaging. And if you start paying money to spread more raw messages in the masses, it's not going to fix the problem. It's not going to fix the problem. This is why I say we start with organic content for free. See what performs better. See what performs better and be consistent, because a lot of people have either inconsistency in their content marketing. They're not posting consistently, or there's a no balance between seeding, between probing, and between selling. So in your content marketing, there are three seasons. Season when you're seeding the seed, when you educating for differentiation, when you're nurturing your content. Then you're probing, you're checking with your audiences like, okay, like how are we doing? These are your polls, these are your messages, these are your palm posts. And then at the end, you're selling, whether it is your masterclass, webinar, live streams, like however you want to sell, or in the DMs, three content seasons. Like you can see, it's like, are your content system, is it consistent with your sales cycles in your business? Or you're just like, are you always selling? Are you always seeding? Are you always asking people for something? Like, where are you at in your content marketing? Where are you at with your content marketing? This is really important, because either people only seeding, and as Gary Vee puts it, it's only like jab, 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 jab with it and no right hook. Or are you only selling? Hey, this is my program. Buy my program. I have only 5 spots available. And this is your every other post. You're only selling. It's like, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. But you have not provided anything to your audience for them to buy from you. That's the problem. That's the problem. You have not provided anything of the value for your audience to buy from you. And this is why I don't agree with the content pillars. I rather do content seasons. I might have those like little pillars in each season, right? Because it's important to provide your origin story, your utilize storytelling techniques. It's important to, like do those little things, but like it's rather content seasons. And instead of focusing, okay, am I leader today, or am I personal today? Am I this? Am I that? Like, how do I shift people's beliefs and people's thoughts so they start making different decisions? How do I change? How do I um influence people's thoughts, beliefs, and decisions? Because when you can influence people's beliefs, it will produce different thoughts. Different thoughts will lead to different decisions. And if people believe and think, and then as a result, their decision not to buy from you, how can how can you turn it around? How can you form the belief, the decision that like you are the most qualified solution for them? That's important. So instead of lowering your prices, get to know your customer, do the market research, diagnose your messaging. Are you speaking the language that they're speaking? And you may be really close with your messaging, really, really close. You're not wrong, but like the mastery is in details. So maybe that little shift, like that little change that you need to do right now will change the game. That can be true too. Consistency, how consistent you are with your content, and how how comprehensive your content marketing is. And this is this is why when I start working with entrepreneurs, we start with with diving deep into the customer profile. And a lot of entrepreneurs are like, oh, I know my customer profile. I don't need to do this work. No, you do not know your ideal customer. If you knew, you wouldn't work with me right now. And this is why it is important to do the homework and to see where blind spots are at with your ideal qualified customer. What don't you know about them? Instead of, oh, I know, what don't you know? Because knowledge and mastery is not the same thing. Where do you need to improve your skills? Where do you need to add more mastery into the knowing, into the communicator with your ideal customer? This is the most important thing. And content seasons. How do you like content seasons? When you shift people's beliefs, when you shift people's decisions, and when you raise the awareness. Because a lot of the time, when you talk about your solution, when you teach your how-to videos, when you uh, tell people how you help them, they are not aware of anything, and it's not landing because they don't know that you're talking to them because they think they may not have that problem. So this is important. This is super important. All right. All right, people on LinkedIn and people on YouTube and people everywhere else, tell me what questions you have for me. Like, tell me where you're watching me from, because I also want to test if comments are working. On LinkedIn, I don't know why the comments are not working. People reported that they were commenting, that they were engaging, and I don't see your comments right now. Let me refresh my screen again because LinkedIn will be weird sometimes. I don't like. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from, and also if you have questions about what to do instead of lowering your prices, drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. And it's also important for me to know who I'm talking to, because if I can shift our mini masterclass right now, and because okay, I know who I'm talking to, I'm consistent with my messaging. It's just my sales call. Then we're gonna talk about sales call. And also, if you a lot of entrepreneurs are getting really nervous about sales calls, right? um this is a skill that you can develop. This is a skill that you can absolutely develop, like consultative sales. And I use the challenger sale model, and and this is this is important. Uh, okay. I see the comment full-time content creator, full-time. Okay. Tell me I'm reading the comments here, like full-time content creator. Tell me what your content is about. Like, what are you doing with your content? Are you educating people on something? Are you like leading them to like maybe your class, maybe your course, maybe your mastermind? What do you do with your kind of like trying to monetize? Yeah. That's uh, that's a good goal. So one of the ways, and I'm interacting with the comments on LinkedIn, by the way, and there's a comment that there's a content creator that they're trying to monetize their content, and political educator. So I think when it comes to content monetization, what you can do is like again, like you are solving the problem, like a problem, right? And you're finding the group of people who has that problem and is willing to pay to solve that problem. So this is one of the ways you can monetize your content creation, right? Or you can create your community. I think before we think about monetization, it's really important to think about how you form your community, how you because the key of monetization is in your community. Once you have the community, then you ask your community what problem they have and how you can solve that problem for them and offer them the solution. So because you don't know until you know. You don't know until you do. All right. Uh, all right. So on June 24th to June 28th, I'm running a masterclass, and it's going to be around six-figure messaging. And who this is for? This is for coaches, service providers, practitioners, authors who would like to build high-ticket offer in their business, or they already have a high-ticket offer and they just need to sell it more. And majority of the time it is a messaging. Majority of the time it is your messaging. So the registration link is in my comments. So register, save you see. It is absolutely free. 5-day masterclass. Also, if you are in a situation, I would like to improve my situation right now, and I don't want to wait until masterclass. I want to I want us to get started right now. I invite you to send me a DM because we can set up a consultation. My early enrollment for my coaching program is open, and I will be sharing in the future live streams what my coaching program is about. We work on your messaging, we work with your ideal qualified customer profile. We work on the content seasons, and we really create the system for you. We really create the system for you so you can market with the right messaging to the right market to actually sell your high ticket coaching offer. And if you don't have high ticket coaching offer, but this is your goal, but like this is something that you want to sell, we can work on offer creation together. Because steps are fundamentally the same, and then again, market correctly, uh, create those content seasons in your organic content marketing, and market this offer on. I always suggest people to go to start with LinkedIn. It is the absolutely amazing platform when it comes to organic reach. It's way better than Instagram and Facebook, in my opinion. And but like this is the your messaging is absolutely crucially important. Your messaging is absolutely crucially important. All right. Thank you everybody for joining my live stream. Never lower your prices. Do the diagnostics in your messaging, in your market. Who do you market? In your content strategy, and in your sales skills, because sometimes it is about your skills too, because sales is a skill. Sales is serving, and it's a skill. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen over just watching a video how to sell. So one of the things that I do with my clients, we actually do role play, sales role play, because this is like a sport. This is like a muscle. You gotta train that muscle over and over again to get good at it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody who joined my live stream. I will be streaming next week, and next week we're gonna dive into the entrepreneurship. We're gonna talk about like really deep stuff, like the entrepreneurial mindset, the fears that are stopping us from executing on our business vision and our business mission. So definitely stay tuned for the future announcements, and I will see you soon. All right, bye y'all.